someone was of the opinion that we need more low-level jobs available to cater for the current unemployment, what do you call it, pool, because trying to upskill everyone or trying to get all of us thinking high level will not necessarily be
I
successful.
actually agree. So take the TVET space. Take a Nigerian breweries. I mean, free publicity. Take a Guinness.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a university graduate to be on a line. Take mechanics. Take trading. Just ability to buy and sell or sell something. Just at that level, take store verification or stock verification. Just count goods, record things that basic. Let's get 30 million young Nigerians in their early 20s being able to earn under 80 to 100,000 naira a month.
Yeah. I agree.
Forget AI prompt engineers. Leave all that on one side. Forget someone that wants to work for Amazon. All those are on side. I'm just saying, can we do anything to get 10, 20, under 25 Nigerians? It's not a great salary, but just take home 100,000 a month.
I think. You just mentioned something about everyone trying to work for Amazon. I think we won't do ourselves great.
We're actually not helping
media.
We overemphasize those jobs.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they are limited, right? I don't think we should outsource our responsibilities in terms of hoping that Facebook will take them or Amazon will take them, because how many can they really take? Part-time.
Unfortunately, that's not the way we are positioning it. In fact, you are making that receptionist in that 3-star hotel in Abuja feel like she's not doing anything. She should abandon that and go and be a developer. When what we should be saying is, do that for 2 years, 3 years, and then take a portion of what you're doing, a portion of that 100,000 naira, to now learn. So you are a customer service person. You already sit on data. So go join big data. Business analysis is a big deal. Go take 5,000 every month from your salary of 50, 70 and use it to buy data and learn on YouTube for the next 1 year. Or go to a data management school that teaches you data or data analysis and all of that, and commit to that learning the next 2 years of your life. Yes, you're a receptionist. You receive guests. You record it somehow. Tell me how you will not have practiced data management or data analysis as a receptionist in an hotel, and you can now tell that owner of the hotel, you can churn data and give business intelligence from that. If you sit before me in an interview where I'm looking for a finance analyst in an insurance company, and you give me that as an example, then I can elevate you from there and take you to be a finance analyst. The problem is we are letting this person feel like she's doing nothing, and then we are looking for the ready person to come and do that finance analyst job and pay 500,000. So this guy says there's nobody in the market. This person says my job is not valued. And so he or she is sitting on something, however little, but she's not growing it. And then we have that gap in the middle. So let's emphasize this to keep the standard high, but let's also let these people feel good about what they're doing. They're okay where they are, but show them that pathway. So you are right now a customer service person on contract in a bank. It's not the end of the world. You have a job. You leave the house. But take a portion of that. Don't get stuck, right? Invest a portion of the salary you're earning now to enhance your capabilities, such that if the bank sees you in 2 years, 3 years, does a conversion program, and then you can go in. Don't go there costing the bank, costing the country, because 3 years, 5 years will come and meet you there, and then the bank will say, well, you are now too old, or you are not good, we don't have what we need, and sack you.
That's powerful. So what do you think about AI in the workplace?
It's here to stay. It's phenomenon.
How should we be thinking about it?
Technology makes your life easier. Mm-hmm. And that's the attitude. Technology makes your life easier. I get stuck sometimes. I just turn on my tab. I throw in something and it gives me data. I work with it. It's officially the one thing that is going to rival search, right? And we're going to see many other things come out of it. I tell people to just go back. Wherever we were before the internet came is where we are now that AI has matured. But AI has been with us a long time ago. I mean, I made a joke or a post on Instagram a few days ago where I said what started my own journey was about 20 years ago. I stumbled on an article that said top 70 paying jobs the year 2030. That was what started this whole craze for me because 50-70% of those jobs didn't even exist then. But look around you today. We now have commercial flights to and fro the moon. Right? So the same thing with AI and several other things that is going to come with it. It's here to stay. It's here to make our jobs better. People are afraid of it. People are excited about it. There's a big conversation around regulation for it. I mean, but at the crux of it is to say, let me enhance your intelligence. Right? Let me give you a tap into some global resource where you can get more data. And so it's here to stay, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of
But it won't replace jobs.
it won't replace. See, officially speaking, we've had more jobs created with the development in technology than we've had jobs taken out. And there are examples all around us. The issue is that the new jobs being created require newer capabilities that people don't have.
Okay, so people need to study what those capabilities necessarily require and then get up.
Okay, so are you telling me there's no... Okay, so before this boom on AI, let's just say in the last 2-3 years, it's more than that, but let's just do 3 years. Tell me the number of jobs and new career paths and startups that are now AI focused and the sort of jobs they've created. Point is, those jobs didn't exist before that. And the new jobs created because of this development is an addition to what existed before. Now, over time, this development will reduce the need for some routine, repetitive jobs here. But this provides an opportunity for employees and employers here to enhance their skills and be able to do more of this.
Okay, I get you.
And then more value for their time.
For their time.
And then those lower people that don't need high-end jobs and don't need to build high-end skills can then come into... There are still sectors that don't need this. There's a level of farming. There's a level of hospitality. There's a level of this business. There's a level of retailing that still needs that.
Yeah.
And so we just bring people into faces as technology because technology won't stay, won't stop, right? Most of our guys are in all sectors that traveled abroad. I have never been this busy with recruitment in my 20 years plus business doing this business. Why? Wow. Some left, they created roles to be filled. I've made too much money in recruitment. So I'm not complaining.
Wow, that's phenomenal. I mean, as we round off this, I have a question for you.
I've had fun.
No, I have actually enjoyed this conversation. I didn't know how much time had gone. I don't know how much time had gone. So what industries, if you were to be the worker and you're not in HR, what industry would you be in?
Strategy and corporate comms.
Strategy and corporate comms.
Yeah, that's one. Or I'll be in programs management.
Programs management.
Yeah. And if I go way back,
yeah,
I used to do pencil work. So I had some creativity around me. So I love colors, I love drawing. I'll probably be in architecture.
Interesting. Yeah. So what roles do you see not going away in the future?
The application of human intelligence.
The application of human intelligence.
Ability to sell.
AI will not be able to take that away.
Nah, it will just enhance it. Ability to sell. Everybody's going to sell. Use AI to create anything, you have to sell it. You see that human connection, that this walk into a room, feel the vibe, connect, adapt. It's not AI.
What do you think what's one thing that you think makes a winning team? If it was one.
One thing. Stupidity. Stupidity. And by that I mean we are all stupid to continually learn. And we're all stupid to continually adapt and apply what we've learned. And at any height of success, we're all still stupid. Because we all really don't know.
Interesting.
We really don't know. We're all just caught up in what we think we know.
What's one as a HR?
So I would rather say hunger for knowledge.
Okay.
Stupidity.
I mean, this person says Steve Jobs calls it "stay hungry, stay foolish."
Yeah.
What organization right now in Nigeria I know you might not want to advertise them. It's okay if you don't want to answer. But what organization right now in Nigeria do you think you really love?
GT Bank.
Really?
I hope people study that organization and the way they evolve and the way they. And I'll give you a few examples. Go back to GT Create accounts. GT Bank was perhaps one of the first banks that went to universities and made young people. It was trendy to have a GT Bank account as a young person in universities.
Yeah.
And if you check 10 years later, it's strange to have people around you say, give me a bank account, you don't have a GT account. That has been challenged recently. So that's one. Two, they were the first who saw the need to engage people outside of banking. They created the SME Market Hub. They created Indani TV. These were two strong anchors with which they engage people outside of core banking. So you had looked at Orange. That was why Orange has seeped into your subconscious so much. I'll give you two phenomena. When it became a trend not to paint the walls in your room same color, check the color that people were using to paint one wall. It was orange. And then you will come out, 2-3 banks, there's a queue in front of an ATM. It was GT Bank. And no one would think of checking if the other one was working, right? And then it's just the way they evolve and see what they've done with the fashion thingy. See what we've done with. They were also the first to really make it a thing to do end of year parties and bring international artists and create an opportunity for customers to interact with things they love outside of core banking. So they broke down your walls and you could not but have a bank account and do business with them. They were the first in that market that considered having a holding co structure, and it was the MD that went to speak at Social Media Week for the first time. And sold a future and what he was trying to do with the bank and all those sort of things. So it's just how, as an organization, and then if you consider that founding fathers, the founding 40, not except from Shegun and a few people, none of them are in the same organization, and that organization is still existing today. Just look at their difference, look at the way they've run and grown over time. I love them. I love everything about them.
Oh, interesting. What's one book you would tell an entrepreneur to read right now?
Bold
by.
It's titled Bold. It's I don't know the.
Okay, why?
So it talks about how entrepreneurship, how you can make. So it talks about one thing about the book is it shows how the world's biggest problems are biggest opportunities. It talks about exponential growth and how that there's also exponential technology. In a way, and that's what I'm reading for 2020. I'm reading it right now. It talks about how there is geometric growth, but there's exponential growth, and it shows how that it's in the times that we are in now that there's such opportunity to impact at a massive scale because there's such problem at massive scale.
I think, interestingly, one of my friends posted something on LinkedIn recently. It made me think. It said when he left Nigeria, he currently has a very successful business. His name is Eitayo Utiva.
I know.
Okay, so he said that when he left Nigeria in a particular year, running from Nigeria, that was the year that the likes of Money Point and the rest were starting. You understand?
And can't compete with them right now.
Yeah, I mean, they built he's still successful, but they built massive success, right? And even someone told me that the top companies right now most started in 2008, 2009. And they say something about history is that we observe that no one learns from history, right?
Even though it repeats itself.
Even though it repeats itself. And okay, so also, what's one advice you would give to any entrepreneur right now in this Nigerian, with this dollar thing? And I mean, we saw what Paystack happened with Paystack recently. They dropped monies.
Drop the. There's a weight that comes from failing. There's a shame that comes with it, and it creates a weight. I would tell any entrepreneur to drop that weight in this time. So you can't be too exact with your plans. You can't be too sure. We don't know what we know. We're not sure what we know. We're sure we're still not sure. There'll be many changes. There'll be a few wrong calls. And so when you get some things wrong, be open enough to admit, be open to your team, and forgive yourself as quickly as you can, because a few of us are still going to fail at a few things. Don't let that weight cripple your intelligence, cripple your drive, and it gets worse when you've succeeded, because you now have something to lose, as it were. You lose your cred and all of that. But Failure is a part of the game.
So, what's one lesson you've learned from success?
It should never satisfy you. Should never satisfy you. Success should just give you leverage for more. Success is leverage.
Success is leverage.
Yeah.
I think you've already told us your lesson from failure. So,
Oh yeah. So
because the advice you gave was about failure, so I mean,
Yeah,
I don't need to
yeah.
ask you that.
No problem.
All right, thank you very much,
It's
GT. I
been
really
fun.
appreciate
Thanks-
it.
thanks
It's been
for-
excellent,
it's
and I can't wait for this episode to go out and for people to learn. So subscribe to the channel.
Yes,
This
please.
Venture Valley, where we curate information that will help entrepreneurs building from Africa on how to build global businesses and how to think about building with innovation, with knowledge from people who have gone ahead and people who are currently building. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
Look
you
forward to
so
seeing you.
much.